What is up, all my wonderful new citizens to the verse? A lot of you guys are probably here having coming from a free flight or friends telling you about the game, and I'm sure you, as well as maybe some veteran players here, have experienced the issue where you call your ship from these terminals just to go down there and find out that your ship is in some weird position being eaten by the hangar floor, blows up, and then now you have to claim your ship and you're wondering what the hell just happened. What did I just get into? This has been a problem we've all been dealing with for a while. I'm here to show you my method to try to prevent this. Now, if you're at a station that you've already landed at, there's a chance that your hangar is already spawned or instanced. Let's see. It is. Look at that. So I actually already have my hangar here. So your best bet, if this is the case, go down to your hangar to call your ship. Don't call it from up here. These terminals calling it from up here, typically what happens is if your hangar hasn't spawned in yet, and even if it has sometimes, is it is spawning in your hangar with the ship together, and then if you run down there too fast, it's trying to load those things at the same time, and your ship either ends up under the floor or being eaten by the floor or something. It gets destroyed and you're back to square one. Now, this method is if your hangar is not there. What you want to do is actually go into a terminal, call a ship of whatever size hangar you need. So if you need a large, medium, small, it will depend on that. But you're going to call the ship and then it's going to tell you that it's going to your medium hangar or whatever. You don't want to go down there. You want to wait until it actually finishes loading, give it a couple of seconds, and then you're going to go right back in and store the ship. So now that it's stored, it's not getting eaten by the hangar, and then this is when you would head over to your elevator, and it'll actually show you your medium hangar. So then you can go down there, call your ship, and get on with your day. If that trick doesn't work the first time you do it, you might not have given it quite enough time. I usually say about 4 to 5 seconds. That's all it should take. When you're down in your actual hangar, this is where it is game time. Calling your ship from down here, usually, most of the time, should work. I leverage all those comments because it is Star Citizen, and while so many of us love this game so much, sometimes things happen, and you just gotta keep rolling, man. Keep the good. Just laugh about it and move on. That's the best thing you can do when things go wrong. Just take a second and laugh and either get back into it or maybe go take a break. Probably one of the best tips I can give any new player is don't feel bad about putting the game down, asking questions, looking for guide videos like this and others from so many great content creators like SE Haulers, Hawks Gaming. There are so many guys out there that are dedicated to helping you get better at what you're doing, especially in the industrial space, and plenty of wonderful content creators on the combat side and all, if that's what you're into. Another thing I found out recently that I didn't know is if something crazy happens, like you accidentally hit your button to get out of your ship and then inevitably fall to your death inside your hangar, have no fear. Down here on the bottom of the screen, there's a time until rescue. So instead of backspacing, and if I do, ending up back at Levski, you can wait that like 20 seconds, and the local medical unit of the station you're at will pull you into their medical. I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, wow, look at that. The game crashed while I'm... See? Sometimes things happen. Let's get back in here. So I'm just here waiting for my friends list to pop in. So if you crash to desktop, if you manage to get back into the same shard you were in, it will put you right where you were without any issue, even keeping your missions and everything that was going on in that shard. I've had this weird issue where it likes to try to put me into a different shard, so I have to like be picky. I do know that Black Flag is in the shard that I was in, but let's see what happens. It should say Optimistic Moon. Awesome, it is. All right, it's working for me today. Good. So once we get in here, we'll be right back where we were. Hopefully maybe in medical at her L2 should be our location. All right, yeah, we're in medical. Awesome. So yeah, that is the station rescue feature, which will save you a lot of headaches rather than you ending up backspacing to wherever your last stop was. Maybe it's at the station, maybe you haven't changed your med spawn yet. That as well, my friends, when you go to any medical location at a new place that you plan to work at, head over to the insurance area, which will show these regen tabs to set your spawn. If you plan to work around Crusader, set your spawn at Crew L1 or Seraphim. Change your spawn, set it. Like I'm actually set to Crew L1 here. I am going to reset to my primary residence to show you persistent hangar, which is different than instanced hangar, which is every hangar outside of your original home spawn location, your primary residence. So the biggest difference here is that at your primary location, if it's working properly, because there are tons of us who lose our persistent hangar, and it's frustrating as hell. Your home hangar is always going to be the largest of the ships that accommodate what you have. Or the largest hangar to accommodate the ships you have, I should say. So here, for me, it should be extra large, because I have an 890 and a reclaimer. If it's persistent, it'll be here without me needing to call anything. I just hit the scroll down, and there it is. Captain Deadwake's extra large hangar. Now, there are times where you end up losing your persistent hangar. Shout out to all my friends that have been NPCs like me, where we randomly don't have that, but then it sometimes randomly comes back. I have gained and lost my persistent hangar probably 5, 6, maybe 7 times since 4.6 dropped. This is one way you can tell. I like rocks. I have a collection of little asteroid rocks here that are a little jittery, plus one that I put up there to create some mood lighting, you know, blocking that light a little bit. In your persistent hangar, the things you use to decorate your area, including stuff that likes to shimmy around a bit too much here. You guys freaking out on me here. What's going on? Yeah, anyways, we'll mess with that later. Stuff you put in your persistent hangar will stay. I still have my Rock DS over here, guys, from my first Hermes review video. I never put it away. From the original impressions video where I failed to put the DS into the Hermes, it's still, I haven't moved it. I think that's the only ship or vehicle I have out. Other than that, I've just got my rocks over here. Yeah, so your persistent hangar is just that, persistent, in theory. Whatever you put in it should stay. Now, if you lose your persistent hangar and then you get yours back, you get back what you had originally. You don't, like, lose the stuff because you lost your persistent hangar if you're lucky enough to get that situation resolved, and that's just random. There's no real way to fix it. But your instance hangars, or the stuff outside of your home, are always going to be reacting to the ship you bring with you. So if you're in an arrow, it'll be small. If you're in a cat, it'll be large. A moth, it'll be medium. That's just how that works. Trying to think if there's anything else hangar specific to talk about. Of course, you have your freight elevators. In your small hangars, they're just going to be kind of over here to the left, but in your mediums to extra larges, you got one in the far left corner and one right here in the right corner, plus ASOP terminals that are right next to the interaction terminal for the freight elevator. And I think that's it. If you do die in your hangar and station and you're brought back or you respawn, you will actually also keep whatever is on your person too, which is nice. If you're outside of station or planetary armistice zones, you will lose what's in your backpack, but you'll of course keep what's equipped to your person. Another thing that I like to do is if you have a ship on the pad, you should be able to just go ahead and retrieve another ship. It'll then drop, store, and bring up your new one. I wouldn't do that. I would store your ship, click store, wait for it to go down and go away, and then call up your new ship, just because I've had too many cases where I go to swap from, like, the hammerhead to the whole sea, and the hammerhead doesn't end up despawning. So they try to come up together and blow each other up because they're clipping into each other. So store, then retrieve. I wouldn't just swap. And yeah, of course, if you don't know, you have the ability to use this tab to toggle to all your ships that are at your current location, which is really cool. It doesn't include what's actually on your pad if it's like out sitting on your pad because it's not stored, which is interesting. But yeah, this tab will go from everything you have to what is at your local station that you're at, which is a nice way to simplify that. Plus our good old search tab where you can type things in to get to your ship. So it's gotten a lot better, a lot more quality of life improvement than used to be in hangars, and, you know, a lot more to come with a new inventory system and all that we're looking at in the future. I think that's about it for this brief look at hangars and how to avoid ship issues. If your whole sea is extended, when you call it, it's going to spawn inside your hangar and you're SOL. So try not to dock your whole sea extended or with any cargo on it, just in case. But yeah, I think that's it. Let me know, guys, if you have any questions or comments down below. Until then, I will catch you in the next video. Take care.